was like, well, there's no possible way I can do that. It's like important stuff going on or whatever. And I was like, so, and they were like, we were like, really don't want you around. Like, you don't want to actually be like literally quarantined. I was like, no, fuck no. I was like, I'm not that sick. Don't make a big deal of it or whatever. So, you know, I was like, well, you know, basically whether you like it or not, I'm going upstairs and talking to Jessica for a few minutes, like before I go to bed, and then fine, I'll sleep. And they're like, fine, just whatever. Go through after the veto thing, do whatever you want to do. If you want to run around, do it, but at least give us the time so we don't fear like you're going to contaminate the whole house or whatever. And then, you know, I missed out on what you guys were discussing last night. And then they called me back in the DR this morning and made me talk to the person again. Because, like, you know, they knew I had, like, been to the bathroom and, you know, whatever. And I didn't really want to make a big deal out of it or whatever, but they were making a big fucking deal of it. And it's like, your hands are tied. You got to do what they basically say you're going to do. So they're like, go back to bed, keep yourself separate outside, blah, 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 blah. And Jess came in and needed and wanted to talk before all of this. And I essentially had to, like, blow her off because they didn't want me doing this, and I was already basically yelled at last night. Last night they started yelling at me, go check your mic, change your mic. Then came over the like, come on, Eric, go to the storage room, get your mic. And it was obviously like a subtle, sly way of saying, get the hell out of there. Like, we told you, you've had your time now, whatever. So she came in after I came out again, once they said this again. And I, like, didn't really say anything. And she's like, are you all right? And I was like, I just don't feel well. Like, they, you know, kind of, I didn't, like, get into the whole thing. I was like, they kind of just said, go and lay down. And she's like, obvious that she, like, really needed to talk to me. And I, like, basically had no choice but to totally blow her off. And she seemed like she was, you know, really hurt. And the sad thing is that, you know, I would stay up for, like, 5 straight days listening to her and being there for her to bounce ideas off and encouraging her when she has, like, a big thing going on like that. And, you know, when we were outside, she was...
Go with what you think is best for you, because the game is based on yourself.
Yeah. Do y'all want... You want to stay up for a while?
Oh,
So
you can hang out.
I don't care. I was just going to stick around for a few minutes and then roll. Probably going to take a nap.
Yeah, sounds good.
Even though I am the president of the FSA and I can't sleep during the day.
You certainly can't.
Ooh, beads.
Yeah, just because I don't like how it feels.
You can use them as weapons.
Flip them around. Yeah. At the end of the day,
when it's all said and done,
it's always the clearest thing people tend to overlook.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, Dustin is being a little boastful, which I find
He is.
arrogant yet again.
What's he doing?
I don't know.
but that's what he said. One of his problems is that he needs to work on.
Well, he's not working.
He's not working.
He's probably pissed because he keeps messing with his stuff.
No, not Dick. I'm not. I mean.
He's not doing it towards Dick?
No, I'm saying, I guess I'm saying Dustin was boastful that he had gone up on the block. He assumed that may or may not have been coming, and he is thinking it's some powerful thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Improper attitude for being placed on the block.
Well, so you just obviously would have been more reserved, just like...
I don't know.
I mean, it sucks.
I wouldn't have been completely so prideful about, I'm like...
Yeah.
Kind of like when you go into a job interview and you have somebody else that also is probably competing for the same job. And then when you walk out of it, you're like,
Right.
You know?
Right.
You know that other person no, needs the job just as bad as you do.
Yeah.
Or the audition for this show.
Yeah.
You walk out and you're like, oh yeah, you know.
I
Come
certainly
on.
didn't.
I did not.
People,
I was like, ugh.
I don't know. I think any position of, you know, the remote possibility of a fate that could change,
Yeah.
I would not be so arrogant. I find it as a non-positive attribute for his character.
Yeah.
Let's be quite honest here. I'd feel the most comfortable going against Dick too in the house, though.
True, but I would not be
wouldn't
so
be-
humble about it
yeah.
like that.
Anything, yeah,
find that-
anything can happen and it can still come back.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to come back, but
No, I'm saying come back in another form. Like just
I find that that's
confident
so,
one week.
That's so folly. But if that's his retaliation to get Dick back, but Dick wasn't in the room for that. So be it.
Why? What did he do?
I don't know. That smug thing. I guess people
Yeah.
out here in Hollywood are a lot like that, you know, where they're just better than you are. They make it very evident, whether they buy a better drink or they wear better clothes or drive a nicer car,
Yeah.
and it bugs me.
Yeah, me too.
I think everyone is just as equal as everyone else.
But you really know that about yourself. That's something I've learned about you.
What's that?
Just from your stories, I can pick up that it's valuable to you when people with fame actually treat you like a human being and they don't let it go to their head.
I think it's
And,
valuable for me to, I agree with that
Yeah.
statement. It's valuable for me to be somebody in a position to earn where I am now. Not to have everything handed to me. You know, my folks would give me money, you know, or bail me out of problems any day
Yeah.
they want. And I'm grateful for having that as a choice, but I choose not to take it. Everything in my apartment is earned by me.
Right, right.
All the stuff that I own and the nicer car that I drive now is because of me. Not because it was given to me or not because I can afford it because of my folks or whatever.
Right.
And you appreciate life more when you
Yeah, you do.
can self-sustain yourself. And you'll get there when you're out of school. And I'm sure you're already there.
Oh, my parents made me
Oh,
own
yeah.
up for everything. I mean,
But no, I just mean like even, you know, I hate to mention it, but Jen's situation.
yeah.
It must be nice.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that would, I mean, I'm not a person like that.
But
it must be nice.
Jen, that's not her parents. She went out and did that on her own.
I know.
When we played that 5-finger game yesterday, she said she hadn't paid for anything. Or her parents hadn't paid for anything since she was 15.
But
she has
I mean, like out in California, free place to live,
Yeah.
food, all that stuff.
It
Wow.
is nice.
Must be nice.
For granted.
Yeah.
I mean, that's cool. Great scenario for her, but I think the presentation in which those assets she has acquired, she feels like they're hers. And that's
You're saying too prideful.
that's too admirable for something that wasn't earned by yourself.
Yeah, okay, I get what you're saying.
I don't know. Like, I want to be a millionaire based on me.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I've got that thing because I know what it's like to be broke eating ramen like Dustin, if that's true.